Thomas Edison. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. The 3 great essentials to achieve anything worth doing are hard work, stick-to-itiveness, and common sense. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. I never did a day's work in my life. It was all fun. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will instruct his patient in the care of the human frame, in diet and in the cause and prevention of disease. What you are will show in what you do. The best thinking has been done in solitude. The worst has been done in turmoil. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. Restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity of progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. There's a way to do it better. Find it. I find out what the world needs. Then I go ahead and try to invent it. I never did anything by accident, nor did any of my inventions come by accident. They came by work. The successful person makes a habit of doing what the failing person doesn't like to do. The value of an idea lies in the using of it. Anything that won't sell, I don't want to invent. Its sale is proof of utility, and utility is success. Be courageous. I have seen many depressions in business. Always America has emerged from these stronger and more prosperous. Nonviolence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. Until we stop harming all other living beings, we are still savages. There is far more opportunity than there is ability. To have a great idea, have a lot of them. The most certain way to succeed is always to try, just one more time. I'd put my money on the sun and solar energy. What a source of power. I hope we don't have to wait until oil and coal run out before we tackle that. The reason a lot of people do not recognize opportunity is because it usually goes around wearing overalls looking like hard work. Hell, there are no rules here. We're trying to accomplish something. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. I never did anything worth doing by accident, nor did any of my inventions come by accident. Everything comes to him who hustles while he waits. There will one day spring from the brain of science a machine or a force so fearful in its potentialities so absolutely terrifying that even man, the fighter, who will dare torture and death in order to inflict torture and death, will be appalled, and so abandon war forever. I have friends in overalls whose friendship I would not swap for the favor of the kings of the world. I never did like to work, and I don't deny it. I'd rather read, tell stories, crack jokes, talk, laugh, anything but work. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Everything comes to him who waits except a loaned book. To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. To my mind, the old masters are not art. Their value is in their scarcity. Just before death, there is nothing but breath. I never pick up an item without thinking of how I might improve it. I never perfected an invention that I did not think about in terms of the service it might give others. I find out what the world needs, then I proceed to invent. Results. Why, man, I have gotten lots of results. If I find 10,000 ways something won't work, I haven't failed. I am not discouraged, because every wrong attempt discarded is often a step forward. The mind of a child is naturally active. It develops through exercise. Give a child plenty of exercise for body and brain. The trouble with our way of educating is that it does not give elasticity to the mind.